continue. Ah,
Nice to
hi.
see you.
Good morning. Nice to see you.
Yes. Okay. Well, we are just going to go ahead and start talking. So let us review again what we did, and I am going to, while we are talking, to send you some sentences that I had prepared, and send it to you by email. Okay. So first, so Mali, talk to us a little bit more, like what you did last week. Give us, just talk generally.
Mhm. Well, last week, actually, Monday, last Wednesday, I started to have a little pain because I work from home, and then I'm the one that does everything at home. I have my husband and my son, but they are not very, they don't know even how to go to do a coffee for themselves. And I was very busy. And Thursday, I had to go to the ER. And after that, I'm just like reading a lot. Now I have no more pain, but I have a follow-up with the doctor.
Yes.
And my week was almost like a little lazy, let's say that way.
Okay. All right. So you are using past tenses. I'm hearing you putting in some present tenses in there. I heard you say, I am doing something. So that that's present. So when we are talking in the past tense, we want to stay, all the verbs in the past tense.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I
So
was
you can say,
in pain.
I was in pain. Yes. Go ahead. Say more.
And I read. I had some time to read.
Oh, that's good. I had some time to read, or I read a lot.
Yeah, I read a lot.
What did you read?
I install in my phone some books as how do you say that? It's I don't know exactly what kind, but it's about habits. It's James Clear. It's a book about how you establish some habits in life that helps you to have less stress.
Oh, yeah.
Like to have a routine that you don't rush things and.
Yes, yes. So I have been speaking with someone lately because when I have a lot to do, I tend to get some anxiety, which is another word for stress. And so this person, a health coach, was explaining to me that it's all in the head. Meaning, do you understand that, Olena? It's all in the head?
Yeah. You mean if you have some problem with what? With health?
Stress.
With stress, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. So this book is probably teaching you, to think calmly and so on. And some exercises to do. Did I say good morning? I don't know if I did. Good morning, Olena.
Good morning. Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yes. So, yes. So, yes, reading about stress and, tips and habits. And do you think what you're reading about, is it helpful?
Yes, it is. Also changing the eating habits also helps. I think sometimes we forgot because in my case, always I'm very energetic. I do things a lot, and then when I got scared because I said, now I cannot do as I want to.
Yes.
And I need to review what I'm eating, what I'm thinking, like you said,
Yes.
it's about
Yeah, it's a lot of, yeah. You do not need the word the before eating. You said something about
the eating habit.
yes, just eating habits, not the eating habits.
Mhm.
And you can also say my eating habits.
Mhm.
I am working on my eating habits because they are your eating habits. Everyone has a different eating habit. And you're talking about yours. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So say my eating habits. Talking about my eating habits.
I have question to Marley.
Say that again.
I have a question to Marley.
Okay. So you have a question for.
For Marley.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Marley, are you reading in English
That's
or
okay.
your native language?
Oh, sorry, my native. Sorry
Language.
about that. Let me start again. My native language it's Brazilian. I'm from Brazil.
Ask her
And
again, Olena.
are you reading your books in
Oh,
English?
sorry, I didn't understand.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yes, I'm reading in English.
Oh, really?
I can read and understand you well when reading, but talking it's my problem.
Okay.
Are you reading paper books or internet?
Internet in the in on in an app. Oh, on I'm reading on an app in my phone.
I am reading, we would say, so I'm going by what sounds correct. I'm reading in an app, or you can say I am using an app on the internet. That's better.
Oh, okay.
Say that.
I'm using
an app.
I'm using an app on the internet.
Yes. On. And Olena, now you can ask her which one, which app I.
No, I want to ask another question. I want to ask if Marley do you use sometimes this trick what make your life easier when you read English? I do this when you read English and then you cannot make everything in your head to understand, and then you just translate to my language.
Oh, okay.
Do you use this trick?
Go ahead, Marty.
I can read. I don't need to translate anymore.
Oh, you understand everything.
I understand. If when reading English, I can understand. I don't need to translate. Actually, I learn sometimes new words. There are words that I don't know. Then I need to go to the dictionary. But otherwise, I'm fine.
Okay, thank you.
So reading is not a problem for you.
No.
You need that communication, that talking. You need to develop that fluency. Yes. By the way, Olena, I still use a dictionary. Yes. And anyone, yes, always. Especially when I'm looking for synonyms. Remember, we talked about English not wanting you to use the same word over and over. It's a nice day. I see a nice dog. I have a nice dress. You look nice. That house is nice. It's like, enough, nice. It's a beautiful day. I see a brown dog. You can say, that dress is really pretty. You use different words. So I am actually still attending college because I want my master's degree. And in order to write my college papers, it's a habit for me to look in the dictionary. And now I look in the dictionary on the internet as well. So to look to look up the meaning of a word on the internet, you simply type the word into the search bar, and the results will come up, and one of them will be the dictionary. It's also good, Olena, to type words like that on the internet, because the dictionary will tell you what part of speech that word is.
Mhm.
When you look, in the dictionary on the internet, it tells you what part of speech the word is, and, the meanings, and sometimes it's used as a noun, sometimes it's used as an adjective. I remember our first class, one of Marley's example was the brick house, remember? And then she said, a white brick house. And she used the word house as the noun, and she used the word brick as the adjective. But brick is actually also the name of something.
Mhm.
For example, you can have a house and you can have a wooden house, meaning that it's made out of wood. That is the name of something. So nouns can also be used as adjectives. That was Mari's example there. Nouns can also be used as adjectives. Yes, there are several different types of adjectives. Uh, but before we go into that, my plan today for us, we would get back to the adjectives, because we will start talking about that and then we will go all off on that. So before I go any further, Olena, tell us about your week, what you did.
Oh, I did. Uh, I'm in Connecticut now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
What happened?
We came last weekend. We drive from Florida.
So
Uh,
past tense, use the past tense.
we drove. We
Yes,
drove from Florida. We
yes.
drove 2 days, Saturday and Sunday,
We drove
and
four. We drove four,
for
2 days.
2 days.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
So, and now we are here. We are going to sell our house here, and we'll be permanent resident of Florida.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Well, it's definitely warmer in Florida.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. We like, my husband and I like to live there. We enjoy everything. And why to spend more money to have two places.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
now here is just everything like mess, because we try to organize everything, to pack everything. So we're,
Yeah. You said my husband and I like to live there.
uh-huh,
It's better to say my husband and I like living there.
uh-huh,
My
like
husband and
living.
I
Mhm.
like living there.
If I say like to live, it's not really how you say.
No, I mean, what I tell students is that if you say we like to live there, that is not wrong.
Uh-huh.
But there's a difference between, oh, my phone. 1 second. Oh, I cannot take it. Uh, I'm not going to take it. Yeah. So there is a difference between what's right,
Mhm.
what's wrong, what sounds right. It's like
Mhm.
your sentence is grammatically correct, but we don't really say it that way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and that jumped out at me because of the sentences that you said previously. So it's like a flow of the conversation. Oh, let me just turn. He's
Yeah.
leaving a message.
Don't worry. Uh-huh. Do it.
do you like to live there, Olena? Do you
Yeah.
prefer Florida
Yeah,
or?
sure. Of course, we prefer Florida because it's warm. I'm already here missing for that place.
That's true,
Florida.
yeah.
I prefer Florida because it is warmer. So once again, your sentence is grammatically correct. I
Uh-huh.
prefer Florida because it's warm there. But
Uh-huh.
you are comparing Florida to Connecticut. So you go into your comparatives.
Uh-huh.
You know, Florida is warm. Florida is warmer than Connecticut.
Uh-huh.
So this is why you would say, I prefer Florida because it's warmer.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
you're actually talking about Florida and Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer Florida because it's warmer,
Right.
more colorful, palm trees, sunshine, flowers, a lot of wildlife, and more things to do. Even now, with all this COVID, you can go on the beach, you can go to play tennis or pickleball, or so you feel like you more. Oh, it's not correctly sentence, I know. You feel more free.
More free. Why did you say more free?
Have you feel that you have more opportunities to do.
Okay.
This I mean. Here is
Yeah.
winter. You don't go anywhere. You don't jog. You just get up in the morning and take your exercise outside and
Yes.
jogging. It's first what easier there.
Yeah. So more free. So the word free is one syllable.
Mm-hmm.
Free compared to uh well, I shouldn't say compared to a three-syllable word. We usually use the word more when the word has more than one syllables in it. The word that you are talking about. What am I saying? No, you said more free. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is that more is usually reserved for words with more syllables. For example, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We say more beautiful. So when you do the comparatives, positive, comparative, superlative, do you know about
Yeah.
those?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know if I can say freer, like earlier, for example, earlier, or
Yes, you can say
brighter.
yeah, but they both to my ear, they both sound correct, you know, more free. I am more free there. I am freer there. According to the rules of grammar, freer would be the correct one.
Oh, really? I even
Yeah.
didn't know that this
It
word exists. Okay.
yeah, so no, I will double check that for you because according to the rules of grammar, I'm gonna check right now. The comparatives of free, free, freer, free, more free. So then if you say more free, then that means you can also say most free. Mm. And it's a strange word to use that way.
Maybe it's not correctly in the first place when I use
Uh,
this. Maybe I have to say more freedom or have more
why are you, the
opportunities.
phone is ringing again. Comparative. Oh, it's my husband. Oh, gee. Let me let me take this call.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm. Paulina, can I ask you a question while you
Sure,
uh,
sure.
where are where are you in Florida? No,
Yeah, yeah.
where is the place?
Yeah, it's Fort Myers. It's
Oh,
west part of Florida, Mexican, half of Mexico side,
oh,
not Atlantic Ocean side, not where Miami is, but different
oh, okay,
side.
the other side. Oh,
Other.
because my father-in-law lives in South Pasadena, Florida. It's
Uh,
close to Tampa. Well,
I don't
not.
know. I don't know. I don't know all places there.
Mhm.
Maybe it is. Yeah. Did you visit him?
The last time I was there was last year before the pandemic.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah, it's nice and warm. How
It's
I say.
And I understand when you say here, we don't have a lot of things to do. There is no, in Milford, I mean, Connecticut, there is a lot of things, but in Milford, just
And
the
you
Milford.
don't want to be outside in this cold weather, you know. If you want to go to restaurant, you can sit outside, but not with this cold weather.
Mhm.
So, Olena,
Mhm.
that was a very interesting word, and I am seeing that both forms. Of, I very quickly searched one website, and I see they are sort of accepting more free and also freer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, good to know.
I have to look at it a little bit more. I've never really used the word that way. And
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the reasons why I like teaching, because students come up with things like, I never thought of that before.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard that before. So now I go in to do a little, then I go to do a little more research on it to find out exactly what it is, because I also want to know so that the next time it comes up, I can say definitely this, that, and that. So more free does sound correct to me. It doesn't sound bad
Mm-hmm.
or wrong. It's just that to my English ear, I haven't
Mm-hmm.
heard, yeah, more free. Um, Freer, according to the rules of grammar, would be correct because it's a word with one syllable, but yet still, even saying that word, it sounds a little funny. So, and it's because I haven't used it that way per se. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think I've ever used freer or freest. The superlative would be freest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So it's also, this is an opportunity for me to fine tune so you see, we are always learning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So I have more. I feel more. Oh no, I feel freer. Freer.
let's let's say instead say I have more freedom. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, I feel
I have.
I have more freedom there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have more freedom there because that website also says use the word freedom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to check into that. That's interesting. Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, okay, what about me? What did I do? I am not working these days. I am home here and I spend a lot of my time trying to complete my English, my college classes. I'm doing 3 college classes, and one of them is an educational technology class. And I remember you, Olena, because you have your business. What's your business? It's a the business that you do.
And now it's my digital files. It's design for
Right.
T-shirt,
Oh, okay.
for
Yes.
cups, for like print on demand.
Oh, nice. Print on demand. Yes. And so most of my time is spent doing that. Really, I think I'm very fortunate to
Uh-huh.
be able to stay home and finish up this college stuff. And I think next year I will be doing some student teaching. So my teaching certification it is from grade K through 12, which is from kindergarten all the way up to grade 12. And I just learned that I will have to do 2 sets of student teaching. One maybe from grades K through 5, and then another set, secondary level, from grades 5 through 12.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we are involved in writing and answering questions and, the papers and all of that. So it gets a little bit overwhelming sometimes, but I have to do it.
Yeah. So you are studying now. You are
Studying.
not working.
That's right. I am
Uh-huh.
studying now. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So
And
you practice with us.
yes, and yes, what I do here, yes.
Yeah,
And
it's good.
And then I also fall back on some of my experience from the past, of teaching. I worked with many adults, mainly with adults. Yes. And I do have an accent, as you know. So my pronunciation of some words would be a little bit different.
In
Um,
this country, have I noticed, in this country, everybody has accent.
yes. Well, you are actually correct. Every one of us does. Everybody has an accent, whether you're American or not, because people from different parts of America have different accents.
Mhm.
Yes. So there's some people make a lot of fuss about the accents. I hear an accent, and sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't, but you know, they don't. We don't worry about them. We just want to speak correct grammar when yes, and so I love hearing correct grammar with a beautiful accent. Doesn't always have to be um, um, American. Some of the American accents, um, for example, I would say bottle, and they say something like bottle, bottle. I say water, they say water. So that T sorts of disappears, that extra T. I would say vegetables. And a 3-year-old corrected me. She said, it's not vegetables, it's vegetables.
Mhm.
So that's okay. The important thing, is that we are understanding. Here comes Perla. Hi, Perla. I was,
Hi.
hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Nice to see you.
Oh, nice to see you too.
We haven't really started yet. We are just chatting, and I've been trying to email something, but to send the email, I don't
Okay.
see my Zoom screen. So I think,
Okay,
let
we can wait.
me see if I can still send it. And so Perla, I'm going to send that email. You're going to start talking and sharing with Mari and Olena what you did last week. You're just talking. Remember to use your past tense.
Okay.
She's getting her books. Okay. This, are you ready, Perla?
Yes, I'm ready.
You just need to talk. So, my husband was calling me to tell me that he had gotten an appointment for his COVID vaccine.
Okay.
That's what, yeah, that phone call.
He's a teacher.
No, but he is over 55. Well, in Norwalk, there's a category, so they're going by different categories. And, well, he's actually 64. But because he is a diabetic, he falls into that category of, you know,
The 55, yes.
someone with an extra, sickness or,
Because I think tomorrow Friday, all teachers in Bridgeport, I think they have to get the vaccine tomorrow.
Yes, you are correct, because in my college class on both Monday and Tuesday, there are lots of teachers in my classroom, and many of them said that their school actually was giving all the teachers, all the vaccines, all the teachers are being vaccinated. So tomorrow, Friday, it's going to be Bridgeport, right?
Yes, tomorrow Friday. Wow, it's like it's mandatory now.
Yes, yes. And I was asking my husband,
Uh-huh.
when was the last time that there was such a mass vaccination, in history? Because lots of people are apprehensive about taking this vaccine. And so it's not the first time that there has been like a mass vaccination where it's like the whole population or as many people as possible need to be vaccinated. This is not the first time.
Yes. But my question is, who create this virus? Who create?
There's a big debate going on about that. And
Why they create this virus? To eliminate a lot of population of people? I think they did in that purpose. That's
so
what I think.
as a college student, I will have to tell you, before you take ownership of that claim, you need to have the facts. So it is wrong for us to just repeat something because we hear it and it appeals to us in a certain way, and then we go and we spread that news. It's very important that when you hear something, now you have to go and do the research. It becomes your responsibility so that you are not spreading wrong information. And in these days, especially in these times, it is very, very important not to spread wrong information. One of my lessons had to do with how to teach students to recognize the correct information on the internet. It's just so crazy. It has never been like this before. So now in schools, we are doing lessons and classes and teaching students. You turn on the internet, you turn on Facebook, you see something. How do you know it's true? What do you do with that piece of information? You
You
know,
know, just
yeah,
I don't like nothing like I just to use this phone for classes, but I don't like go to YouTube. I don't like that with technology.
yes,
I try to be like old fashioned. But
yes,
in these days we cannot because everything now is online. You have to
yes,
if you have to fill application, it's online. So
yes,
everything now. But in my opinion, I
yes.
don't internet personal.
And I will tell you, Perla, that a lot of people feel just like you.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I
Uh,
didn't. I always busy with my kids,
Yeah,
so I don't talk with a lot of people, especially now with the virus.
yes,
But at the beginning, I remember everybody was excited. Everybody was to use to go to Facebook. I don't have Facebook. I don't have. I try to stay away from the emails, and I don't like it. And the people I remember, they were excited, and now I think they realize it's not easy. You have to control, or everything changed with this, with the phone change, totally. I think everybody changed 100% of lives.
yes. Life has everybody and life. Yes, life has changed 100%. Yes, yes.
Never see this before. I remember when I was a child, and I grew up different. Like the kids, they right now in what situation they are, they want just to the phone, and the parents, they allow them like
Mhm.
it's like I don't agree with that. If
Yes,
they will go to a restaurant, or if they go to buy in the mall, they walk. Everybody's like with the phone.
yes.
Nobody wants to talk each other.
That's
No,
right.
they don't watch the movie anymore with the kids. They don't play anymore, and I feel so sad. I was depressed about this.
Yes, yes. You could get depressed about this because life is changing, and it's changing so fast. It's as if you went to sleep one night and you woke up the next morning in a totally different world. But for those who have been interacting with technology, let's say 5 years ago, you have had people interacting with technology. They are on Facebook, and they are quite comfortable with this change. But for those of us who, we were not really on Facebook, or we did not have an Instagram account, we didn't really use the computer that often, you know, it's
No,
it's hard.
yes, it's really hard because some people, they they die because about the technology. They
Mhm.
take a picture when they die. They kill themselves. It's crazy. It's just totally like, oh my God, what world we are living right now.
Yes. So it's a time when I think we observe people's morals and values. So you have a camera in your phone and you can take any photograph that you want. So, but what types of photographs are you going to take?
Yes.
And what are you going to do with that photograph? Yes, people, I actually wrote a paper recently about being on the internet, your personality when you're on the internet and when you're off the internet. And I did some research on this as well. And I found psychologists who are saying, there was this one psychologist actually from India saying that some people have two personalities, one when they're on the internet and another one when they're off the internet. And the difference between the two personalities is that on the internet, you are hiding behind a username. That's not your real name. Most of the time, the people you are communicating with, they don't know you. So your personality on the internet is sort of an invisible one. And
Yes.
if you think of the child who mommy is not watching, what what does the child do when the parents are not watching?
Yes. Yes. It's like it's dangerous. It's really, really dangerous.
Yes, they do all sorts of things. They mess up the house, or kids do all sorts of things. But what's amazing is that the things people do when others are watching, and the things people do when others are not watching. So this is what's happening.
Wow. I
Mhm.
don't know.
And we
I
can
don't,
have a
yes, sometimes I question by myself why I have to live in this world and this. It's like I feel so sad, especially for the teenagers and the little ones, the kids. I feel so sad for them because it's terrible now.
you have a valid concern, because we also talked about children under 2 should not be using the screen, meaning on the cell phone, or especially on the cell phone, because of their brain development. I mean, there's just so much about it. Yeah,
Yes.
there is a lot. Your concerns are very, very valid. Very, very valid. And I want you to know that you are not the only one who feels this way. You know, a lot of people are struggling with the technology. In our home here, I do everything. My husband, he doesn't come close to the computer. It's kind of amusing. You know,
Okay.
do you use the computer a lot, Molly?
Yes, that I was saying. I will say there is
Yes.
advantage,
Advantages? Yes.
advantages, and some not. All
Right.
my time, in my or in my time, or all my time. Yes.
Let's get the whole sentence.
Okay. In my time,
Mhm.
use it to read paper books, writing letters with handwriting,
Yes.
to send, and you wait until answer came back, and it was a pleasure. I love it. Now, those days, it's by email
Yes.
or by this Zoom or WhatsApp. I think it's amazing because if it was on that time, the pandemic, probably you get crazy. Now I can communicate. You can do a lot of things using the internet.
So you see lots of advantages to it.
Yes.
Yes. What
When
about you?
using correctly, when using for the benefit, not for.
Where are you? Where are you now, Mali? Which
Uh,
which town?
I'm in Milford.
So you're in Milford. Olena, you're in Connecticut. I'm also in
Milford, in
Connecticut.
Milford. Mhm,
You're in Milford too. But
mhm,
before you were in Florida.
mhm.
Okay. And Perla, where are you?
I live in Bridgeport.
So look at that. We have from Milford, we have from Florida. I'm going to say Florida. Uh, I am in Norwalk and she is in Milford, Bridgeport. So the four of us from four different places are able to meet because of this technology. Yeah. So yes, lots of people are apprehensive. Oh, Olena, what do you think about the technology?
I love it.
You love it.
I
Oh,
use
you
it a
think?
lot. Yeah, of course, because it's all your world. You can find there everything what you want. It's allow me to communicate with my son in Ukraine, with my friends. I have my classes by internet. I have my work, my job. I have information. Just need to find balance
Yeah,
balance in
the
life
balance,
because
balance.
I spent a lot of time with my computer,
Yes.
and
On
so
my
I
computer, on.
on my computer. So, oh, I remember you taught that last time. Yeah, right.
Yes. And
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 so, yeah.
just to interrupt, while Perla was talking, I was hearing some errors I wanted to correct. But sometimes when you interrupt to correct errors, you lose the gist of the conversation. The gist means the meaning and the intent and the purpose and the passion in the conversation. So sometimes it's okay to just let it go
Mhm.
because at that time the passion and what she's saying and her concerns are more important than these little itty bitty corrections which we can do at any time. Yes,
I
so
actually like that you correct us. I need it. I have places for conversation, and have I told in the beginning, have I said in the beginning, so I miss correct way to build my sentences.
yes,
So,
yes.
and I appreciate very much that you correct, you
Okay,
stop and correct. So it's
yes. And
helpful.
some students I ask if they want me to correct them as soon as they make the error, or if they want me to wait until they have finished saying what they're saying and then correct. I give students the choice because I know sometimes, but it depends on how the conversation goes. I know sometimes um, stopping to correct, it's like I correct you, you repeat the correct thing, and then it's like, well, what was I saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but that is okay. Oh boy. All right, well, let's oh, we can chat. We spent almost an hour chatting, but that's good. Um, so Perla, I do want to let you know that you are not the only one who feels that way. Okay, Mari is embracing the technology. Olena is. It's profitable for her to use the technology, and I felt like you, but not as much. So, but we have to. So we want you to know that we do understand how you feel. Yes. Yes. All right. I wanted to talk about the sentence today. And I never even got to email you that thing. So we'll just keep talking. So the sentence basically has three parts. Do you know what those three parts are? Mali.
Um, the sub subject, subject. You need a verb, and subject, verb.
Okay.
No, not a noun.
Jump in, Olena. The
Oh,
three.
no, I don't know this in English, but I know what you mean. I don't know how it's in English.
Perla, do you know the three parts of the sentence?
It's object, subject, object, and verb.
Yes. So,
Oh.
yeah, so we usually say subject, verb, object. We usually say that.
In
So,
order.
so we have the verb. Okay, you can write on your paper. Write verb in the middle of your paper, and in front of it, you would write subject, and after it, you write object. So those are the basic three parts of the sentence: subject, verb, object. So we know what our verb is. Our verb is our action word or our word that states. The subject is usually a noun, and the object part of the sentence, that can also be a noun, but it can also tell you what the subject is doing. For example, verb eat, subject Donna. Donna eats, object oranges. So we have Donna eats oranges. So that's a very simple example of subject, verb, object. Okay. There is a rule in English that the verb and the subject must always agree. If one is singular, the other has to be singular. If one is plural, the other must be plural. So an example, we can use eat again. And so we have our verb eat or to eat. Do you know the name of the verb to eat, what that structure is called? Okay, so that is called the infinitive. When the verb has the word to in front of it, it's called the infinitive. And from the infinitive comes all the other parts of the verb that make all the other tenses. Some people do not call it the infinitive. Some people call it the base verb. You can do that. Some people leave out the to. They do not write to eat. They just write eat. The confusing part about that verb eat is that you would see in the conjugation of the verb. So conjugation is when you're breaking down the verb into its 6 parts. Have you heard about that, Olena?
Mm-mm.
You, Molly?
No.
Wow. And you, Perla, have you heard? Okay.
No.
Okay. So I'm going to make a note to send you. I have to ask Tammy if I can share. Okay. I have to see if she gives me the option to share screen. So that way I can have some notes on my screen and as we are talking to share it with you. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, I think I can do it. Okay. Um, can you see my computer screen?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, let's put this. So these are the sentences I was trying to email to you all, and I haven't had a chance to do it yet. And I had a sentence for each person. But now, 1 second. So this is the first time I'm doing this, all right? So let's close that. Okay, so now you can see my screen. Okay, so okay, you see the word verb? Okay, you have to give me feedback, meaning by your voices, I can know if you see, okay?
You have a screen with a doctor. Doctor takes care of the sick. Is that what you are showing?
No, so thanks for letting me know that.
It's a Word document.
Okay, yes. No, that, okay, so then I will write here. There we go. Thank you, Mari.
No problem.
Okay. Let's make this. Okay, you see the word verb, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the image of the basic sentence structure. Subject, verb, object. Okay, so you see your subject here, Donna, your verb eats here, and your object oranges. We understand that, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the basic structure of the sentence. The position of the verb, what goes before the verb, and what comes after the verb. So I was asking about the conjugation. The conjugation of the verb. And what that means, Olena, is that the verb is broken down into 6 parts. You are familiar with this, Olena, and you
No.
know it.
No,
No,
I don't know. I have no idea.
you want to bet?
No.
You don't want to.
I want to know, of course.
You know this.
Yeah.
See? I told you. Insert table 1, 2. We eat. Eat. They eat. So these are the 6 parts of the verb. So when we break the verb down into these 6 parts, we say we conjugated the verb. It's a big word, conjugation. So we have I eat. Okay. So I did it like that. I eat, you eat, he, she, or it eats. We eat. Okay. When you look at this, before I had spoken about the word number. Number means either singular or plural. So when I say, what number, Olena, if I say, I'm going to highlight this word, what number is Donna? Is it singular or plural?
Singular. Yeah.
Singular.
Mm-hmm.
So what number is, let's do another one. What number is men, Mali?
Plural.
Yes. Okay. What number is dogs, Perla?
Dogs is plural.
Good. So we understand number. We understand the word number when we are speaking about grammar. It's very important because it's very important when it comes to the verb. So look at this word here. Look at this one. He, she, it. Perla, what number is he?
He is singular.
Yes. What number is she, Olena?
Singular.
Yes. Mari, what number is it?
Singular also.
Yes. Notice that when the verb is singular, so we would call this the subject verb. When this is singular, look at the verb. What's at the end of the verb?
S.
S.
S. So this is very important in English. When the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. When the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. And the singular form of the verb has S at the end of it. All right? And so if the singular form of the verb has S at the end of it, then the plural form of the verb does not. So then look at the plural form of the verbs, of the verb. There's no S here. There's none here. There's none here. There's none here. And there isn't an S here. One more thing to add here. Insert table 2. This side is singular and this side is plural. Let's look at this side first. The plural form of the verb with no S at the end of it. What do you see here, Mari? Please read this.
We eat.
Okay. What number is this word, Mari?
Plural.
Yes.
More
And
than one.
And the verb here is?
Eat.
And what number is that?
Plural. Also
Yes.
plural.
Yes. Yes. So we eat. That is plural. This one is a tricky one. Why is this tricky? Because here is the plural and here is the singular. It's the same. Well, you have you eat, singular, and you have you eat, plural. So the word you is used to refer to, is used in the singular and also in the plural. Olena, if you are speaking to your husband and you're going to use, just make a sentence with the word you, and as if you're talking to your husband.
And I don't understand what I have to do. You
Okay.
eat. You eat. Yeah.
Yes. You eat what?
I understand what you mean. He's one, he is singular. So
He is
you
singular.
eat your eggs, for example.
Okay. You eat your eggs. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Perla, if you're speaking to your two children and you want to tell them to eat their eggs like Olena did, make your sentence using this.
You eat your breakfast.
You eat your breakfast. And how many are you speaking to?
Both, too.
Two. So the you always takes the plural form of the verb, always. Whether you're speaking or referring to one person, whether you're speaking or referring to more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, doesn't matter, always. Some native speakers make a mistake and they would say, they would make this singular. Let's do another verb. Let's do the verb to be. Let me make my tables. I go in here. This is pretty neat, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Singular, plural. Okay, how do we break that down? You guys know this. Oh, you just don't know the name of it. To be.
I am.
Yes. What is the plural of I, Olena?
We.
Perfect. Perfect. We what?
We are.
How many of us? How many? When you say we are the woman of the future, how many of us are you talking about?
Yeah, more than one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Perfect. Okay, what comes next?
You.
Yeah.
You.
You are a teacher. What's the Mali? What's the plural of you?
You.
Yes.
You are.
Yes. Yes. You are.
I have a question. If I sentence in plural, you are guys eat the breakfast.
Okay, let's write that down. What's your sentence?
In plural, yes, you are guys eat your breakfast.
You are guys, eat your breakfast. They are both correct. But
Okay.
I think you want to say you're speaking to your two sons, yes?
Yes.
And it's getting late and they are not eating breakfast, correct?
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I think what you want to say is, you guys eat your breakfast. You guys eat your breakfast. If you say you are guys, another word for guys is, let's say, boys. So it's as if you are saying, you are boys, eat your breakfast. But I think that's not what you want to say. You want to say, you boys, go and eat your breakfast. You guys, eat your breakfast. So Americans use this word guys to refer to people. You guys, when are you coming? You guys, where are you going? You guys, when am I going to see you? You know? So
But when you cannot specify like a boy or girl, how can you
yes,
see the gender? Guys?
it is not, remember I'm glad we talked about gender. It's neutral.
Neutral, yes.
Yes. So when you use it, and this wouldn't have a full stop here, and you would have a small e here. You guys,
Uh-huh.
eat your breakfast. You can even add, come on, you guys, it's getting late. Eat your breakfast. Come on, you guys, eat your breakfast. So it's not come on, it's not you guys, eat your breakfast. It's you guys.
You guys, yes.
Yes. And because you have guys here, what number is guys here?
Plural.
And look at your verb. What number is your verb?
It's singular.
No?
It. Oh, it's plural. Oh, yes, it's plural.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
plural.
Remember, um, a little tip to remember the singular verb is singular. The singular verb always ends with S. So in your memory, you can say S for singular. So, oh yes, I got to put that S at the end of that verb. It's like a memory tag. If I say singular verbs, we are doing singular verbs, and and we have our sentences, and then here are these verbs, which ones are singular, which ones are plural. A way for you to remember the singular verb is to make a mental memory that the word singular begins with S. So that means singular. Oh yes, I got to add my S. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Donna, are you saying that if we say I eat, we use plural? Eat.
Yes,
It's plural. Eat.
yes,
It's plural.
yes, 100% yes. I always uses the plural form of the verb. Yes, even though it's just one. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, yeah.
How can we identify which one, if I'm talking plural, we see you or singular? Because if I say you are beautiful, I may be saying to you, or I may be saying to all the class, all of you. Then if I say you are beautiful,
Yeah.
how can I understand if this is singular? If I'm talking a specific person, specific singular, or if it's plural?
Okay. So you would know it depends on who you are talking to. It depends on who you are talking to. So there's really no way to distinguish when you look at it here. You eat singular, you eat plural,
Mm-hmm.
It's just that whether you're talking to one person or 10 persons, this is how you use you with the plural form of the verb.
And it's also correct to say for both for my husband and for my son. If I say you both are talking
Loudly.
loudly,
Yes.
or I can say you are talking. Maybe they will not know if I'm talking with both or only one. Can I say you, you both, you all?
Yes, you can. So You will have to clarify. You have to clarify.
Mhm.
When you are speaking, you are going to have to clarify if they are both looking at television, or if they are both talking loudly, and you come into the living room and you say, you are talking loudly. They may look at you and say, who, me? Your husband would say, who, me? Your son would say, who, me? When your word you, let's say you were referring to, you can be referring to either or both of them. So
Mhm.
then you clarify. No, not you, but you. I can hear your voice all the way to the back. So there's something about English about always, clarifying, For
Mhm.
example, some time ago, Olena, her sentence was something like, it is wet. Or actually, we said, it is cloudy. She said, it is cloudy. And because I needed more clarification, I would say, are you talking about the weather or the window?
Mhm. Okay.
So you're going to clarify. Now, if we have common understanding that you're talking about the weather, if you say, the weather is really nice today, but it is cloudy, you have already established common knowledge with me by your first sentence. The weather is nice today. So when you say it is cloudy, automatically I know you're talking about the weather.
Mhm. Okay.
So she clarified it by her sentence, the weather is nice today, but it is cloudy. Oh, okay. But if you simply said it is cloudy, and if we were in a building, if we were outdoors and you said it is cloudy, it's obvious
Mhm.
that common knowledge would have been established. So you couldn't be talking about anything else but the weather. If you are walking out and about and you say it is beautiful, and someone seeking further clarification says, what are you talking about? The weather? And you are going to further clarify and said, no, I was talking about that beautiful plant. Okay.
Mhm.
So common understanding, common knowledge. So many times when someone says, what are you talking about? What are you referring to? Is because they have not, common knowledge was not as established. And then you just need to clarify further.
Mhm. Okay.
So
Thank you.
yeah, does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay. So yes, Olena, I always take the plural form of the verb. So we never say I eats. We never say I drinks with that S at the end of it. We never say I want. I want to go to Connecticut.
Mhm.
That is terrible English. Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't know that it's plural. It just,
Yes.
yeah,
Well,
it's plural. Why you call it plural? This is for me. Yeah. Okay.
good. So, all right. So, we any more questions here? I want the questions. Keep them coming. All right. So, this is called conjugation of the verb. When we break it down into these parts, when we break it down like this. Now, some textbooks, when they break down the verb, because the you occurs twice, they only write it once. But I prefer to continue writing it on the singular side and on the plural side. Remember to recognize when the verb is singular or when you need a singular verb, think of the word S for singular and that the verb must end with an S. S for singular, S. Okay, that's a memory tag to make. So we were doing this one. Okay, here we are. The verb to be. One of the most important verbs in the English language. It's the verb that is also used for making compound tenses. This is one of the verbs. This is called a helping verb. The verb to be is also called a helping verb because it is used to make, it is used with other tenses. Oh my goodness. It is used together with other verbs to make other tenses. We have about two more. But now let's just focus on this. The other one is to do and to have, but we'll just do this one for now, to be. So remember that to be is one of the verbs in the English language that is used to make other tenses. So it is used as a helping verb. But let's finish this here. So we have singular and we have plural. So we have I am. Now this, another thing. This verb to be is also conjugated. It is an irregular verb. Why is it an irregular verb? Because let's do the next part. What is the next part? He what? Mari, he what?
Is. He, she, it is.
Yes. Okay. What do we have on this side? Olena,
They are.
for which one?
They are.
Yes, that goes for which one?
For which one? For all.
And what are the all you're referring to?
He, she, it.
Yes. So some tricky, silly questions. What is the singular of they?
He,
Yes, he
she,
or she or it.
it.
What is the plural of he? Mari?
They.
Yes. Perla, what is the plural of she?
They.
Yes. Perla, what is the plural of I?
The plural I. We.
Yes. Now let's think about that. I refers to one person, refers to myself. That means I am the speaker. I am happy. I am the speaker. So I say I am happy. When there are 6 of us and I am the speaker and I have to include everyone in that group, I'm not going to say I am happy. They will tell me I'm selfish. I have to say we are happy. I am the speaker for the group. We are happy. Okay. We are going to Connecticut, right, Olena? We left Florida and we, more than one. We, what are you doing? We are eating dinner. As the speaker, it's as if you have taken the responsibility to speak about the whole group. So instead of saying I, you would use we. You are, we have already established that you are, it could be one person or could be more than one. He is, How many persons are here?
One.
One. The plural of he is they. So if you go to a boys' school, a school where there are only boys, you can touch one boy on the head and say, he is a boy. And then you look at 10 boys playing and you can say, they are boys. And she is, we're speaking about one person. They are, we're speaking about 6 people. It is, I see a furry thing in the corner. What is that? It is a dog. Oh, okay. One dog. You sent me a photograph and I'm seeing some furry things in the corner. What is that? Oh, they are my dogs. They're all sleeping together. Oh, okay. These here, these are another question. What part of speech is we?
Pronoun.
Yes. You all know this. You just don't know the terminology. These are all pronouns. We, you, they. These are all pronouns. Is the verb before the pronoun or after the pronoun?
There.
Here the verb. Here is the pronoun. And here is the verb. Is the verb after the pronoun or before the pronoun?
After.
Yes, after. After. Here is your verb. And those pronouns fall into the part of the sentence that is called the subject.
It's
These-
because, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's because it's a present sentence. If it were
So you are talking about tense. Did you say present?
present, no? If
Yes. So we are not talking about tense yet.
oh, okay.
So that word present wouldn't apply here yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we are just talking about the verb and the subject.
Okay.
Okay. So you have your verb. Here is your verb. What's the name of that word that comes before the verb?
Subject.
Yes, subject.
Subject.
Yes. So the words before the verb fall into the subject part of the sentence. We come back to the rule. Now I can say the rule. Whenever the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. They are like best friends. They must always agree. So this means, Perla, if you're there, when the subject is plural,
Okay.
the verb what?
Have to be plural.
Perfect. Perfect. And English makes the rules and English breaks the rules. Olena, did English break the rule here?
Here. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, yes. It surely did. Whenever the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. Whenever the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. Okay, thank you for the rules. Now we are going. And look at this. I means one, and the verb is plural. What about here? Did English break the rule there?
Yes.
Yes. You on the singular side refers to one person. Oh, I thought you said when the subject refers to one, the verb must also refer to one. Okay. You have a singular word here, you, but you have the plural form of the verb here. But we just established the singular subject takes the singular verb, and the singular verb, because of that S for singular, must end in S. And you're telling me if I say you eat, that's wrong? Yes. So we see here in the conjugation of the verb that he, she, it eats. When we look at the whole thing, we see that it's only this side that has that S for singular. It's not coming with the verb that goes with I. It's not coming with the verb that goes with you singular. It's coming he, she, it eats. Questions?
No.
Okay. I'm going to draw a line, table tools. I'm feeling so successful, guys.
Because you can share.
Yes, yes. And hopefully it does what I wanted to do. It did something else, yeah. Perfect. Uh, does anybody recognize anything there that I just did?
It's do you have the term faces in English? I don't know. In my language, we have first face like I or we, second face like you, and third face. I don't know how do you call this in English.
I just brought it in here. Here it is. Oh,
Person.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Persons.
Mm-hmm.
First person, I. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, or it. Let's see if I can draw another line. Draw table. Okay. First person, I. It is said the first person is the person speaking. Whenever you are talking and you are saying I, that is because you are the speaker. When you say I, you're speaking about yourself. When you say we, you are speaking for the group. Question. What is the first person singular? Olena?
I.
Yes. Yes. Molly, what is the first person plural?
We.
Yes. Yes. If you are with a group of friends and you speak and you only say I, it would be like, um, let- Elena, let's say you all drove for 2 days, or you all drove for a very long time, and you had not eaten anything, and a friend called and a friend said, how are you guys doing? How is the trip? Good. Uh, have you had anything to eat? You can say, no, you can say, I am hungry, or you can
We
speak,
are.
yes, you can speak for yourself and your husband because you are the speaker. We are hungry. All right. You, person spoken to. You refers to the person spoken to, the person to whom you are talking, who you are addressing. If you look at your husband and you say, come here, you are talking to him. You come here. When you say, did you do that? You are speaking to someone. Did you eat dinner? You are speaking to someone. Okay. Second person is the person spoken to. The third person refers to the person or thing spoken about. When you look across there and you say, he is tall, you are speaking about someone. She is tall, you're speaking about someone. It, what does it refers to? What gender is it?
Neutral, no?
You are close. Yes, yes, neutral for things without life. Yes, neutral. It's also common because you don't know the gender, right? That was a little tricky, nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. The word it, the chair is broken. It is broken. The chair is neutral. It's a non-living thing. So we refer to it as it. The dog, where is the dog? I don't know what gender it is. Oh, it is here. I see it. Okay. So sometimes you will have to clarify for the gender. For example, you might be in the grocery store and someone has a little puppy in a cart. Because you don't know what gender it is, you're going to say, I can see it. You can say, it is brown. Now it's up to the person to clarify, and the person will say, it's a girl or it's a boy. Once you have that common understanding, your very next sentence should reflect the clarification. So it goes like this. I see it. It's brown. Your dog, it's brown. And the owner goes, it's a girl. And now you say, oh, she's beautiful. Now you adopt that common understanding that was just established. We have to be very careful sometimes when we go out. Sometimes you see a baby, you don't know the gender. Maybe the baby here is a little bit long and you assume. So you might say, oh, your son, he's so cute. And the mother will go, no, it's a girl. So, people get a little over that. So you have to be careful. So you would, when you see the baby, you can say, "Oh, such a beautiful baby." And then the mom will say, "Yes, isn't she adorable? She has just established gender." You take that and you run with it. "Oh, she's so cute." All right. So we have I promise to send you paperwork about this, okay? Whatever notes you're taking, you take it, and I promise I'll send you paperwork.
So, Donna, I
Yes,
have a
yes,
question.
sure.
Should we say baby eat? I mean, when we talk about baby, and we don't know gender, so we say, it is nice baby.
This is a
Baby.
nice baby.
Eat. It
That
is.
is a very good question.
Uh-huh.
You have the most interesting questions.
Thank you.
Let's see. So now I have to think. So it tends to generally refer to things. So if you call the baby an it, you don't want anyone calling your baby it. Really?
More carefully in this.
Exactly. Yes. Even though grammatically speaking, that's where it's an it. Because you don't know if it's a he and you don't know if it's a she. So for animals, it's more acceptable. And then it always depends on how you phrase your sentence. We always have to be so mindfully, aware of what we say and how we are saying it. So you will think, what happened to me once? I went into an elevator, and a senior man was there with a young child. And I said, "Oh, your grandson, he's cute." And he goes, "No, that's my son."
Oops.
Yes. Oops. So we go out there and we assume stuff and we are talking and we are oopsing all over the place, Oops.
Like in this situation, for example, mother who wanna know where's her baby, she say, "Where's my baby?"
Yes.
And you say, "It's right here. It right here."
It's right here.
You say it.
I would say the baby's right here. I wouldn't want to use it really. I mean, if you say it's right here, that is grammatically correct. But, it's like, well, really, yes, it's grammatically correct, but it also refers to things without life, So to be on the safe side, this is how we see. To be on the safe side, where's my baby? Oh, your baby is here. Even if they say, "Where is my pet?" You can say, "Your pet is here." You repeat what they have used. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. "Where's my baby? Your baby's here." Now, if they say, "Where's my husband?" You know the word husband is a male word, male gender. So now you can say he. "Where's my husband?" "Oh, it is here." Are you for real? Oh, goodness. Yeah. So it's kind of nice to be able to understand these things, I think. What do you think, Marty?
Yes, it's a knowledge that actually I have from my language. But sometimes when you see this, you don't realize how you should be speaking everyday life. It's very good. Thank you.
Yes. And also, if you understand grammar in your language, you would find some similarities, like Olena did. She's in her language, she said it, and about the persons, and I'm like, look, I just did it. So if you have an understanding of grammar in your language, it helps a little bit. But remember, a lot of us speak the language without even understanding the grammar or the rules. We grew up saying things this way, and so we continue saying it this way. And if someone says, what's an adjective? You say, I don't know. Okay. So let us go back down here. So we have I am, you are, he is, she is, we are, you are, they are, they are, they are. One is missing. Yeah. Remember that singular verb? So, okay. So number means singular or plural. So we know singular means one. Plural means more than one. We know we have the persons, first person, person speaking, second person, person spoken to, third person, person or thing spoken about. We know we have the verb. We know our sentence structure, subject, verb, object. So if I write eat here, what could the subject be?
We eat
Yes, not she. Why not she?
because we're not talking about singular.
Say it
We
again.
because we don't talk about like singular
So what,
she
okay,
any.
what I want you to say is that it's not she. Well, you are correct. You are correct. You say the verb is plural, Donna. That's
Yes.
why we cannot use she. She refers to one.
Yes.
The verb
So
is plural. So what can we use?
we,
We can say we. What else can we say?
they,
They. We can say they.
We also say I, no? Singular,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
because the it is.
Because I takes the plural form of the verb. Yeah. Okay. And any questions for clarification? No. Okay.
When you say the verb is plural, because you specify that was plural, then okay, then need to be we,
Absolutely.
they. If
Yes.
you had said, oh, the verb is a singular, then you know that you need to use I, you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so it's not only I or you. We could be Donna, Mary, and I. Here's your verb. This is your subject. Remember, here's your verb. The part of the sentence that comes before the verb is called the subject. All of this makes the subject.
Mhm.
And when the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. Is the subject singular or plural?
Plural.
That's why the verb has to be eat.
Mhm. Okay.
Another thing I want to point out to you, or I'm going to ask you a question. And I think I asked it before. Ask it again. What part of speech is I? Let's do that. Remember, we have 8 parts of speech. What part of speech is I?
Pronoun.
Yes. And these pronouns, Olena, fall into which category? These pronouns, for example, I, when you look at the verb, what part of the sentence do they fall into?
First part, first subject.
Subject. That's why, Olena, these pronouns are called subject pronouns. Subject pronouns are the pronouns that fall into the subject part of the sentence. After the verb, we have object. So, anything that falls into this part of the sentence after the verb is called object. And, you know, they have others. There are other things, but. So, if we have, well, should we make a sentence to see what that looks like? Oh, this is going to be a fun one. To back up a little bit, going back to that subject I. Remember, it's a pronoun, which means it takes the place of a noun. So the I could refer to anyone, whoever is speaking, to anyone who's speaking. Okay, so here is my sentence. Donna eats oranges. Okay. Perla, what is the verb?
It's
Eats. Mari, what is the subject?
Donna or she, no?
Well,
Donna.
yes, Donna. and then I'm going to ask you, if you were to use a pronoun for Donna, please don't say it, but tell me what would you use?
She.
Right? You're going to say she. And we have our verb eats. We know that she is singular because it refers to one. We know that when it's singular, do your memory thingy, singular subject, singular verb. That means the verb must have the S at the end. There we go. We know we're on the right track. Object. Is this a noun or a pronoun? Oranges.
Noun.
Yes, it's the name of a fruit. It's the name of a type of fruit. Oranges. But I want to use a pronoun. I do not want to use oranges. which pronoun can I use?
Them.
Donna. Go ahead.
Them.
Again?
Because it's plural. Them.
But
She eat them.
okay. Why did you say them?
Because it's several oranges. Plural.
Yes, there are several oranges. So, and what would be the singular of them?
It.
Yes. Okay. This pronoun is correct. It's third person plural. Third person plural. But she didn't say they. She said them. So them is an example of what we call object pronouns. Object pronouns, because they fall into the object part of the sentence. So we have a verb, we have subject, and we have object. We have, when we use a pronoun in this part of the sentence, it's called a subject pronoun. It comes before the verb. When we use a pronoun in this part of the sentence, it's called an object pronoun because it comes after the verb, just like the object does. And so we have a list of pronouns. These are all subject pronouns, as you see. They come before the verb. So now what is our list of object pronouns? We know that the third person go back. Look at the difference between your subject pronoun and your object pronoun. What are the others? Olena, do you remember any others?
It's the same, I think. We can use all pronouns like subjects. I think so. Maybe not in this sentence because it will be just weird. I eat you.
He, she, it. Them. Okay. I have to rack my brains here a little. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they.
With verb eat, we can use only them or eat.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. I understand what you're saying. Okay, let me quickly, it just slipped me the object pronouns. Give me 1 second, let me get object pronouns. Me, you, him, her, it, us. Cool. Let's go back to our, oh, where's my screen? Oh my goodness. Can you see my screen? What are you seeing? I don't.
The verbs we see in the first person singular, person in plural in the sentence you wrote.
Okay, so you are still seeing my my page. Him, her, it, us. All right. It's 11. So let's just finish this part and then cool. Okay. So I'm going to remove these. And we're going to be able to demonstrate the other object pronouns, we are going to have to change the verb. So we are going to use to give. This is the infinitive form of the verb with the to in front of it. Some folks just say, leave it like that, give. It's also called the base form of the verb because it's from this that all the other parts of the verb, the 6 parts, the singular part and the plural part comes. You know, this is the base. Okay, let's, so I am going to conjugate to give and I give. Okay, what comes next? You what?
You give.
Perfect. He, she, or it what?
Gives. Gives. Gives.
Yeah, Mari, gives.
Gives. Oh, okay. Can you say it again, please?
Gives. So do not try to pronounce the V. You are trying to pronounce the V. So don't pronounce the V, just say it.
Gives. Oh my. Okay, can you say
Gives. Gives.
Gives.
Yes. Gives.
Gives.
Yeah, so the g gives.
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 You're close. Gives.
I
Yeah,
gives. Mhm.
that's it. Gives. Over here, Perla, what do we have over here? We what?
We give.
Perfect. You
Give.
give. And they
Give.
give.
They give.
Okay, so we just conjugated. So this is a regular verb because nothing is really changing, unlike to be, which is an irregular verb, because when you conjugate that verb, you have 3 changes. You have, it's not I be, like how I say I give here. Right? We have to give, I give. To be, it's I am, it's not I be. You give from to give, but we do not say you be, we say you are. So the verb to be is an irregular verb because it changes. Okay, I'm going to make this to give oranges. Okay, so here is the word orange. If it's singular, what pronoun are we going to use for orange? If it's singular, we are going to use it, right? So I want to use a pronoun here. I do not want to say orange here. I give orange or I give an orange. The an is understood. I give an orange. I do not want to use the noun orange. I want to use the pronoun. So I can say it. Here is your object pronoun coming after the verb give. Let's take out this. The subject pronoun for her is she, but she is used before the verb. Here is after the verb. I'm going to make a list here of subject pronouns. Subject pronouns, object pronouns. Okay, let's do the subject pronouns. We know the first one is I. What's the second one? What's the second? Yes.
You.
What's the third one?
She, he,
Yes.
it.
Yes. We, you, they. I'm going to take these and put them here. Subject pronouns. I, you, she, he, it. We, you, they. Let's take this out. Verb. Object pronouns. Them. Olena gave us the them. Me. You. Him. Her. Us. You. Them. All right. So these are your subject pronouns and your object pronouns. The subject pronouns go before the verb and the object pronouns go after the verb. Let us make some sentences. It's 10 past already, so maybe we should kind of stop here. And any questions?
No?
Okay. So I will write some notes and send it to you along with the other sentences that we had. Perla, any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you may not understand the object pronouns, but you do understand the subject pronouns, yes? Perla?
Yes.
Yes.
We understand the subject pronouns. We understand the verb.
Yes.
We understand what number means.
Yes.
We understand that if any word before the verb, that falls into the subject part of the sentence.
Yes.
Okay. Anything after the verb falls into the object part of the sentence.
Yes, we understand that.
Good. We know that subject pronouns are different from object pronouns. We will
Yes.
get on to the object pronouns later.
Sure.
Okay. All right. We're going to call it a day. It's 11:12. Any last minute questions, Mari?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for a lesson.
Yes. I hope. Yes. So please, I'm going to send this before the end of the day. Papers.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
glad I was able to share it like this. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. With the technology, now we know how we can work together.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes.
Okay. Have a great day.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much.